Hey guys, yesterday I was talking a little bit about making content and how you can feel anxiety because you can feel that other people are judging you and the stuff that you're doing and whatever. And I kind of missed my point a little bit because I like yapping a lot. And what I was talking about, I was saying that there's a lot of people who haven't made a single piece of content in their lives. And is that a mosquito? I don't know. A lot of people haven't made content. You know what I mean? I've made a lot of content. There's people who have made way more content than me, right? But I have been making content like since I was 11. And people are really quick to, criticize, to laugh at people, to whatever. But like, do those people have the guts even to put themselves out there? You know what I mean? Like, if somebody criticizes the way that you did something, it's like, okay, if you can, I'm not saying that I'm the best at this thing. I just did it. You know what I mean? I'm not the best at talking. I'm not the best at making videos. I'm not the best at editing. I'm not the best at anything. Well, on this channel, I'm not editing videos. But the thing is, if you think you can do it better than me, like if you think I did it like shit, like do it better than me. You know what I mean? I'm not challenging you. I am encouraging you. I am, yeah, I'm encouraging you to do it. You know what I mean? If you can do it better than me, I will be so happy to see it. I'll be so happy to see it. There's so many people, like even in business, you know what I mean? Like people are really quick to judge, you know what I mean? Like, oh, what Kodak did wrong, you know what I mean? Like it was a marketing mistake. They weren't able to identify their competitors and their market, you know what I mean? The people, their consumers. You know what I mean? Like, okay, everybody says that now, but back when it was happening, back when the changes between like cameras and then, people using their smartphones as cameras and stuff like that. Back when all that was happening, it was all blurry. Like nobody had the answers. But now everybody's like, yeah, it was obvious. I mean, Kodak, what did they do what they did? You know what I mean? Like I talked about Tupperware because it recently went out of business on LinkedIn. I'm not an expert. You know what I mean? Like I was sort of seeing what Tupperware was doing. And I'm like, I don't think that what they're doing is like, you know what I mean? Like I think they're gonna like they had a lot of debt. You know what I mean? Like it was, I think it was well known, and I was like, they're doing things wrong. Like I was seeing that, but you know what I mean? Like when you're within the company, when you're there, you're like, how would I do things? Like I don't know how I would do it. You know what I mean? Like if somebody hired me, okay, you're the CEO. What do we have to do to save the company? I wouldn't know exactly what to do. I would have to take a few days to be like, okay, what are we supposed to do? I have no idea. You know what I mean? Like everybody's so quick to judge. Everybody's so quick to say like, oh, you did this wrong. You did that wrong. Okay, like if somebody's cringy in their videos, like would you not be cringy in your videos? Like especially when you're first starting out, like when you're making your first videos, you're gonna be cringy. You're probably gonna be camera shy. You're probably not gonna be confident. You know what I mean? Like you're just figuring it out. You know what I mean? Because you're not an expert in the subject. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people who are in marketing who are, I don't know, making content and stuff like that for their like companies, like newsletters and stuff like that. And it's like you haven't made a single piece of content. Like you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to. Oh my god, I'm just yapping a lot. But the thing is, like, I don't want to talk shit about everybody. But what I'm saying is that there's so many people who think they know how to do things because they judge what other people are doing. But you're not doing the thing. You know what I mean? Like, I can judge somebody's work. I can judge somebody's painting. But it's like, are you a painter? Like, can you do it better than me? And can you sell your paintings? Like, maybe your paintings are prettier, but can you sell them? Are you able to sell them? You know what I mean? I could criticize any content creator, especially also because I'm a content creator. But these people have been able to build a community and build an audience. So far on YouTube, I have not been able to build an audience. With blogging, I was able to do it. On TikTok, I haven't really built an audience. You know what I mean? Like I have a few like mutuals and stuff like that, and I have friends in real life and we follow each other. But like, you know what I mean? I can't criticize somebody's work. They have been able to find their target audience. I haven't been able to find my target audience, and it's fine. You know what I mean? There isn't a right or wrong time for that. But you know what I mean? Like I saw also my dad showed me a quote. This actor, I don't remember his name, but he was in The Office, and he said, I don't know, he said something along the lines of the people who create, like no, the people who don't create are the ones that judge, and the people who create, no, the people who create, like they create something to for others to judge, and the people who don't create anything are the ones to judge, or something like that. Or it's better to create something. No, yeah, he said something along the lines of the people who, it's better to create something that people will judge over not creating anything and just be judging. You know what I mean? Because like people who don't create, like they can judge. I mean, anybody can judge. Everybody has the right and the ability to judge, but it's like you're not making anything. All you're doing is just judging. You know what I mean? Like, could you do it better than me? Well, I will be so happy to see it. Like, I want to see you doing it better than me. I want to see you talking in front of a camera better than me, explaining yourself better than me. You know what I mean? Editing better than me, or just editing, or maybe doing improv like I'm doing it right now. You know what I mean? Like, can you do improv better than me? Can you talk in front of a camera better than me? Can you be less cringy? Can you not stumble upon your words like I do every once in a while? You know what I mean? Like, if you can do it so well, if you wouldn't be cringy, you know what I mean? I've had people who've criticized me. I've had people who laughed at. There was somebody who, and I said this before, who said, "Oh, I watched your TikToks," and she was laughing like, you know what I mean, like laughing at me. You know what I mean? Like it was that type of laugh. And there's people, and I've had people who judged my podcast as well. Like, oh, she has a podcast. Yeah, I have a podcast. Do you have the guts to create your own podcast and tell people I have a podcast that nobody listens to, but I believe in it? Would you be cringy in it? How would you be talking? Would you be talking like super confidently? If you think I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, then you talk about something on the internet. It's hard to put yourself out there. It's really quick. It's really easy to judge people, but do you have the guts to put yourself out there? I know so many people who are like, I have this friend who does like video vlogs or something. I don't know. And oh yeah, and she posts them on her Instagram stories, on her close friends' Instagram stories. And I tell her like, dude, you even edit those freaking video vlogs. Like you edit them and you're so good at talking in front of a camera. Like she's charismatic. You know what I mean? Like, why don't you post them on TikTok or on YouTube or whatever? Like, why don't you post, like, at least on TikTok? And she was like, no, but I'm too shy. Or like on Instagram Reels. Like, instead of stories, Instagram Reels and TikTok. Like, at least that. And she was like, no, but I don't have the guts. Like, I don't have the guts to post it for everybody to see. I don't know what people would judge. Like, you're just making a video blog. It's not supposed to be, what are you supposed to give a class presentation and explain everything you're doing and justifying it? That's how I felt in my first YouTube videos. I was like, oh my God, I felt like I was doing something that people were going to judge. Like, why are you doing that? And why are you doing it this way? Why don't you do it this other way? Like, I felt like people were judging me. I explained everything that I was doing as if somebody was judging me, like questioning everything that I was doing in my videos. Like, I feel that and I know that, but it's like, I would post it anyway because it is what I want to do. I love this. I love this. You know what I mean? Like, I was nervous at first, but now I'm not really. I don't care if nobody's watching. I'm going to keep doing this because it's what drives me. You know what I mean? And people will judge. But the thing is, like, are they doing it? Are they doing it? Do you think they would have the guts to do it? There's so many people, and I'm pretty sure it's you guys have seen it in class. There's so many people who are supposedly the cool kids, the popular kids, whatever. When they give a class presentation, they're not confident. When they have to talk in front of the class, when the teacher asks them something like, hey, do you know what the answer is? They are so uncomfortable. And I've had friends who like seemed really confident and stuff like that, but when they had to introduce themselves in class in front of everybody, they would get nervous. Or whenever they would have to give a speech, like I have this friend who, when I gave the speech in my graduation ceremony, he also gave a speech, and he seemed a little bit more nervous at first. And his introduction was a little bit more like, you know what I mean? Everybody judges. And his presentation started a little bit like, hi, my name is blah blah blah, and I'm like, hi, my name is blah blah blah. I mean, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I felt like it was. I mean, they already introduced you. Like, you don't have to say your name. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'm just judging just to judge. But what I'm saying is that he didn't seem really confident, and his speech seemed kind of, especially at first, it kind of seemed like something like that a kid would say. Like if you told a kid to give a speech, like, "Hi, my name is, let's say, Jordan, and I'm gonna give a presentation, or I'm gonna give a speech, or I was chosen to give a speech." You know what I mean? Like, of course your name is that. They just introduced you, and of course you're gonna give a speech. Don't waste your time introducing yourself. Like they've already introduced you. Do you know what I mean? Like we can all judge and we can all have an opinion, but the thing is like, well, okay, at least he did it. But what I'm saying is that he seems really confident, and he's done things like erratic things. You know what I mean? Like he's done things like you don't know how to speak in public. Like you've never watched a speech in your life. That's why you're introducing yourself that way. And the other time where he introduced himself in class, like he did not seem confident at all. He was like, my name is. Do you know what I mean? I was like, if you're so confident, if you think you're so handsome, then why are you doing that? You know what I mean? There's so many people who can seem confident, but it depends on the situation. I had a friend who thought he was the shit and whatever, and like, oh, I get good grades without even studying, whatever. Whenever he would have to give a class presentation, he was so fucking stiff, and he was, you know what I mean? He was like plant mode. Like he would talk like he thought in his mind he was presenting really well. Maybe because he memorized things and he was presenting them and stuff like that. Maybe he wasn't stumbling too much upon his words, but he was very stiff. Like he looked uncomfortable, but he didn't see that. He didn't see that. But I mean, when I'm uncomfortable, I can feel it. You know what I mean? But he didn't see that. I was like, I wish this man saw himself when he's presenting. But like, he knew it. He was never gonna admit that he's not comfortable presenting. But you could see it. You know what I mean? He was like, oh, I'm so good at presenting. Well, your presentations are not that pretty because you're not showing confidence. You're just stiff. So it's not that enjoyable. If it was like, I mean, I'm not saying you have to present like Steve Jobs. You know what I mean? But show a little bit more confidence. Show that you're comfortable talking in front of people. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm losing my point again. But yeah, if you're doing something and people are judging it, there's a reason why they're not doing it, because they do not believe that that's possible for themselves. They do not believe that they can do it. You know what I mean? You're doing it. They wish they had the guts or the delusion to think it's a great idea to post content or to talk just on the internet, whatever. Like, I love it. I love it. Like, I've loved it since I was freaking, I don't know, 10, 11, when I started watching YouTubers. I was like, the idea of making a video, just talking, and like for anybody really to see it, that is crazy to me. We all judge. We all judge. The important thing is, listen, nobody's going to go to jail for judging. I hope. I don't know. But the thing is, if you are doing what you have to do, or if you're doing what you want to do, if other people are not doing it and they're judging, they are free to judge. They have the right to judge, right? And it's okay not to be confident at times. You know what I mean? You gain confidence over time. But the thing is, the people who you see are like super confident, super whatever, are not even that confident when it comes to talking in front of people, or wouldn't even be confident doing what you're doing. And the people who, I don't know, who are judging what you're doing and saying, you're cringy, you're this, you're that, whatever, they probably wouldn't be as good at doing it themselves. You know what I mean? Like, people who judge, they're not doing it, and they wouldn't do it as well as you're doing it. So maybe you think you're doing it like shit because we all judge ourselves. I cringe when I watch my videos. I'll be honest. I cringe. That's it. And the more time goes by, I cringe more. Because I see my past self, and I'm like, geez, why did you have to say that? You know what I mean? So, or do it like that. You know what I mean? And everybody's free to judge. But just do whatever you want. If they're not doing it, why should you care what they think? Like, and even if they were content creators themselves, like, just do what you have to do. Like, don't care. People are going to judge anyway. So you might as well do your thing. It's better to be creating something and being judged by people. It's okay. People are going to judge anyway. You know what I mean? Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, people are going to judge anyway. It's better to be making something than just be sitting there scrolling on social media, just going on whatever social media it is and just judging what other people are doing. No, do things. Be productive. Creating is productive. Scrolling and judging, not productive. I do both. And I probably scroll more than I create, but I'm going to try to change that in the near future, or even right now. I'm trying to make more than I'm consuming. I'm trying. But you are being productive. They're not. Judging is not productive. Creating something that people can judge, that's productive. And if they judge, that's better for you. If they want to watch your whole video to judge it, that's good for your algorithm. That helps you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope it helped you out. So yeah, bye.